for the fame.
Nick,
Hey, what's up?
aren't you doing it for the likes?
Nah, I ain't doing it for the likes.
Oh, okay. Hold up. So you doing it for the pussy?
Nah, I mean, yeah, no, I ain't doing it for that.
Okay, then what are you doing it for?
Man, I do it for the culture.
Culture.
Lakers finally have a winning record, and they play the Cleveland next. So
Okay,
yes.
we'll talk about that. But welcome to For the Culture podcast, ladies and gents. It's your host here, Nick Alexander,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Dick Alexander, a.k.a. I ain't got no more.
Wow.
That's my former a.k.a. I can't use that no more because I'm a committed man now. To my left is my co-host, Sterlin, Fly Ty. What's up, Tony?
Yeah.
How you doing today, bro?
Chilling, man.
Representing the West Side.
Of course.
We got my man Paul, holding it down on the sounds. Comic extraordinaire, so versatile, making sure the sounds is good. Thank you, Paul. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Chilling. No microphone.
No microphone? Damn, you don't want to talk? Fuck you, Paul. All right, nigga. It's been cool. This is we recording, man. Let's just get into how the weekend went for everybody.
Wait, hold on. First
What's
things
up?
first. Let's do a brief moment of silence for Kim Porter.
Oh, okay. All right. We can do that now.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Kim Porter, the mother of Sean Puffy Combs' children, as well as she had a baby by Albie Shore. She was a model, actress, philanthropian. For most people in the industry, to be considered a really lovely woman. And it's unfortunate that she passed away over the weekend at age of 47.
Yep.
I mean, everybody who pretty much knows Puffy knows Kim, and she's been around since the 90s. It's just messed up. They don't really know what it is, so they're going to do like a toxicology
They said it was a conspiracy.
about
Some people are
with the
saying
doctor and
conspiracy.
her pneumonia. And,
Not even that. They said that she was supposedly, what I read, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's all just hearsay, but they said that she was coming out with a book and she was going to talk about a lot of stuff, and Diddy didn't like that. And supposedly.
Okay, I don't want to get into conspiracies, but I already heard from somebody who said that if Diddy would be an Illuminati person, that was one of the many of his sacrificial lambs.
Many?
Well,
I thought you only needed one and then you made it.
Well, I mean, look, I don't believe any of this shit, but I've read and seen YouTube videos when it was made about how Biggie was his first sacrifice.
Dog, them YouTube videos will make anything sound right.
It really does. It's fucked up, but
Yeah.
I don't think any of that's true. I think it's messed up. I feel like a woman that he has children with, family, they're up and down relationship, and they you don't want to lose your baby's mothers in that fashion, especially such a mystery. Like, she just didn't wake up one morning. I'm sure those kids is going through something. King Combs, his son who's rapping, and Quincy, and the little girls have to grow up without their mother. So that's just super sad. So
Yeah.
my condolences out to the Combs family and Porter family.
Most
Yeah, let's not do that anymore. Don't just bring it up on a sad note.
I mean,
I feel weird now.
I don't want to close it out on a death.
I don't gotta close it out. If I was gonna hit the middle, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to lighten up.
Hey man, don't shout on me on the live.
I
dog.
got you. I have to, cause nigga, you just went first moment of silence. Damn, like
I mean,
I wasn't ready.
Nigga, we went to school together. That's how we do it.
I
That's the
feel
first
you.
thing you do. Moment of silence.
We gotta grow. We ain't Catholic school no more.
Next time you do that, you just gonna have to fight me on live. They gonna hear the punches.
All right, man.
All right.
Because I'm gonna have to just prove myself.
All right.
How was your weekend, Tony?
It was straight. I was in San Diego.
Okay, what was going on for you in San Diego?
I had a role. I played a businessman in some film. I don't even know the name of the film. I don't even know why.
Some film?
I don't even know where I'm gonna get the footage because them niggas was all over the place. Yo, where can I get the footage?
I mean, when they're shooting something, you got to that's usually like a typical question we want to know. But honestly, you'd have to wait a couple weeks and then you email them back because they just happy that they just got through the shoot. Like, they're not thinking about getting an actor their footage in the moment. But did you like working on it? Like, was it a
it
fun
was
shoot?
cool. Yeah, it was a fun shoot, easy. You know what I mean? I only spent like an hour out there.
Okay.
I made good money. That particular production company always pays good, so whenever they call me, I just go.
Hey, that's how you do it, man.
Yeah, but I think SD San Diego should stand for straight dick
Why?
because I ain't seen no girls out there.
How you got? Depending on where you go, though.
I was in downtown San Diego.
You should go downtown around like gas lamp at night, like on a weekend. Would that be fair to say, Paul? That's what. Yeah, you can go to the downtown district on a weekend and around the gas lamp. Gas lamp, light or gas lamp?
Gas lamp.
It's gas lamp. Yeah, and that's like a popping area. I've walked through the strip. It's pretty fun. I get why people do like to go there, but yeah, you was like there during the day.
Yeah,
it was chill. Yeah, everybody in school and some shit like that. All right, but hey, shit, man. You know, another knock on the resume. You getting some work out here.
Yeah.
Anything else you did?
Besides that, nothing else.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
My weekend was boring.
All right. Well, weekend was pretty rough. We had to really ramp it up. I was busy just working on doing the cornbread show. We did that on Sunday. Shout out to everybody who came out to UCB. Sunset in the Inner Sanctum for the Black Twitter show. We pulled off another one. We had a decent turnout. I think we had some great guest performers. Shout outs to Alonzo and cool ass Asians that came through and blessed the stage. And shout outs to my cornbread kitchen cooks, man. You know, it's just we learn when growing with every show. And also shout out to one of my teammates, Imani. She had a play she was in, so she couldn't be with us this month. So actually, after our rehearsals on Saturday, we went to go see her do her play, and she was performing in Sister Act as Dolores. She was a lead in the play, and I've never been a big musical fan, but seeing her do her thing was pretty dope. Like, have you ever been to a musical?
A musical?
Yeah.
Closest thing I've been to a musical was High School Musical.
You went to go see the live show?
No, I watched it on TV. That's the closest I've been to a musical, dog.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not really my thing, but I actually haven't seen the Sister Act movies with Whoopi Goldberg. But Imani playing her character, it was she had a lot to do. Like it's a 2-hour play. She was singing, she's acting, and Imani's super funny, and she held it down. And me and the team, we drove out to go see her. She was performing at some college where they had the theater, so that was cool. And then we did the show, had a little after party kickback. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just doing that. So shout out to everybody who came through for that. And then the next show will be in December on the 16th. We got some surprises, some special things we're gonna do for the occasion. Give it a more holiday feel. And we're just gonna keep building on that. And I got some stand up coming up, so I'm happy to just be gigging and spend Thanksgiving. You know where you are doing your turkey? Where your turkey festivity taking place?
My house.
At your house? Okay, you cooking?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing Thanksgiving because you remember. Yeah, I don't really have nobody out here really like that. So, so I might.
You gonna volunteer?
Probably.
Okay.
Do something, get out the house.
Yeah. Paul, what you doing for Thanksgiving? Well, we can't hear you, but I'll translate.
Grandparents' house.
You going to your grandparents' house?
I'm from out here, so.
You good. You're going to hop around all day, ain't you? Yeah.
Also, Nick, some of my pro-black people might be listening.
What's up?
If I tell them I celebrate Thanksgiving, they'll
Wait, why can't we celebrate Thanksgiving?
That's the white man's holiday.
Fuck all that, nigga. We took all that shit. Nigga,
think about it.
Turkey, mac and cheese, my stuffing, fucking yams, cranberry sauce for everything.
Think about it.
Greens.
Man. Think about it. The Pilgrims came over here. They had turkey or whatever. Next thing you know, Trail of Tears.
Okay, I get that, right? And we had this thing forced on us Thanksgiving because I guess the white masters were celebrating Thanksgiving, and then we got to take a peep at what we had to do for them. But I think our Thanksgiving is a reason so that we could say we saw family at least once this year.
Yeah.
So we all eat. So that's our purpose. You know what I'm saying? We don't really do it to celebrate. Doing what we did to Indians and shit like that. We do it because it's a reason for us to all get together since we all living our lives and doing something else. Somebody who the best cooks in the family get together and make all the good shit. And we all get to cut up and talk shit and drink and listen to music and smoke and watch football or whatever it is. Like so I don't subscribe to that thing. I subscribe to the feeling of us coming together. You know what I'm saying? I will not net the history of these white devils. Take place into how I celebrate Turkey Day. What the fuck is that?
Nah, I had a special selection
Okay.
for
There you go.
for all my Thanksgiving people.
Yes.
Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb,
That's got to come back.
tomatoes, chicken,
Yeah. So,
Shout out to the You Made It lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
The taters and the
Like potatoes or potato salad?
mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. That's
with
what
the
you
gravy.
love. With the
mashed
gravy.
potatoes with the gravy with the sliced turkey in it.
Okay.
And you mix it up. You know what I mean?
For
You
sure.
You put cranberry sauce in there if you want to.
Who was the one that made that dish for you?
My mom.
Your mom makes that,
My mom.
hooks that shit up?
Yo, you remember Mike Desroches?
Of course.
His
Shout
mom.
out to Mike.
His mom made some macaroni and cheese. Dog, I made sure every Thanksgiving I was at his house for that macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
His mom knew like, 2:00? Yeah, Tony's coming.
Tony's coming.
Yeah.
Mike D. Yeah, his family hooks that up.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Mike. What's Mike doing now?
He he's in a pharmacy school. I think he already finished.
Dope.
And he's on his way to become a pharmacist. So
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Mike, my boy from back in the days in high school.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some shit, some culture shit. Tekashi apparently got caught up in racketeering charges for
17 different charges.
17 different charges of robbery, assaults, shootings that were going on with Brooklyn and Manhattan with gang members and people associated with him for the last couple years. And they're saying that the nigga could face 32 years to life if
32
convicted.
the minimum.
32 years minimum. So that means when he get out, he'd be, what, like 50?
Yeah.
So he'd be 50? He'd be
50 something.
With all them tattoos and that rainbow hair, that shit is not going to age well.
Damn.
He's not going to get no perm. Oh, God.
And I'm not going to lie, man. Like, I was pissed,
You were pissed?
No, I'm saying I'm mad because, like, I didn't like him. Right. I didn't like him because, he was, I guess you could say, like, using gang culture to, like, come up, and he's not really a gangster. And, like, I know people that, like, died for shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, like, that shit bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, at the same time, you will never want to see some shit like that happen to somebody. You know what I mean? Maybe just get his ass whooped, but not like that.
With me, I can't really feel sorry for him.
His life is over, Nick. It's different. Like, you might as well just die at this point.
Well, I mean, if he only gets the minimum sentence, I mean, you never know what you could do at 50. And going forward, he's gonna have grown kids when he comes out. I'm guessing because he has a daughter.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't feel sorry for him only because so many people who were championing for him in the industry tried to tell him the pitfalls of trying to be involved with the street shit and how the streets can catch up to you and you don't think you're always going to be so untouchable, so invincible. And he flaunted it in people's faces. And yeah, he might have went through some traumatic shit for his come up. But ultimately, like niggas who've been there, done that, and over said to him, yo, you keep trying to sport this and go about your life this way, niggas is watching you. And then what happened? What happened? So I can't feel bad. I mean, it's like I didn't wish bad for him. Like I just thought that he was like a funny, personality who happened to have banging songs, that was just, popping.
I'm not gonna say I feel bad for him, but I'm not gonna say like I'm happy he's locked up.
Okay. It definitely doesn't make me smile at night.
No, I know niggas is out there like, yes,
yeah,
they
for
finally got
sure, for
that
sure.
motherfucker.
The haters,
Like,
yeah. His haters, yeah, absolutely. They're justified. So speaking of life, you told me you wanted to have a talk about certain scenarios dealing with prison sentences and stakes. Like, was you trying to get at me earlier? But I was like, let's just save it for the show.
Yeah. So my question to Nick was, and we'll ask on our Instagram page and see what y'all say. We'll do a poll or something. But the question I asked Nick was, if you and your man, your boy, so me, right? We both commit a crime together, right? You bust through the house, you punched the lady in the head, and I took everything in the house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you get caught, right? I don't. And they say, we will reduce your sentence if you snitch on him. We will reduce your sentence or we will let you go if you snitch on him.
So it's under the premise that I get caught.
Yeah. We both committed a crime.
We both committed the crime. I get caught, and you get away.
So, Paul, what would your answer be? Okay, see. Paul stayed 10 toes. He said no snitching.
Okay.
What's your answer, Nick?
My answer would be we would have this discussion to prepare
Prior?
ourselves. Yes, absolutely. Like what are the stakes? If I get caught, you get busted, you get caught. Or I get away, you get busted. And what we'll do from that matter. So my answer will be predicated on the conversation that we've had prior to committing the crime.
See, now, me,
That's a good answer, right? It's a fucking good answer.
all right, so prior to, I tell you, yo, I'm not snitching. What are you going
You
to
tell
do?
me you're not snitching?
Yeah.
So if you get caught, you tell me you're not snitching?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick is going to snitch. I see it. Nick is going to snitch. I already know. I can see it in your face, though. You're trying to find ways to tiptoe around.
Listen.
But you're going to snitch, Nick.
Well, it depends on my charge.
You're going to snitch. So, like, this is my thing, right?
You don't know that.
Even in school, right, I wouldn't fucking snitch. Like, say you threw a piece of paper at me, right?
Yeah.
And the paper just falls off my desk and the teacher
Yeah.
think I threw it. I'm not going to say, no, it wasn't me. It was him. I'll just catch you after class and be like, yo, you got me detention.
Well, because you see now before he didn't tell me what the crime was. Now that I know what the crime was, as a robbery charge, I wouldn't snitch because I know that I can get off on just on a robbery and a such and such.
No,
I might do
let's
some time.
just, all right.
Because you can't put a big circumstance on a smaller scale crime. You know what I mean?
Let's just say me and you were selling drugs for years. You had a stash spot, I had a stash spot.
So we ran a big empire.
Yeah. And like they caught you at your stash spot and they say, look, we know that there's other stash spots and you know it's my stash spots. Are you going to give them up so you can go home?
See, I've been watching a lot of these superhero TV shows and
Oh,
films,
my
and in these shows,
fucking
listen, they always give up other people because they try not to give their mans up and take the witness protection custody deal, and the niggas always get got in protection custody. And I think I would rather probably get got in.
If you go to jail, you are protected because I'm gonna throw you money. I'm gonna throw other niggas money to protect you.
So I can live good as I can in jail.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the niggas got internet now. I can read. I can get educated. Hopefully, we can sneak in some pussy. So I'll go to jail.
Okay.
I'll take it. As long as if I know you really holding me down and giving me that good life in prison, and if somehow manage to sneak in bitches, I'll take the jail.
My thing is though, like
That's so much how much it gotta be considered. Like what if we some petty niggas? Like he can't send me bitches. Like that shit becomes I become another nigga in jail.
like because like my whole
I
thing
become the
is,
booty warrior in jail eventually.
it's not my fault you got caught. So why you throwing me under the bus?
Pause to myself.
Yeah, like no like I love Kobe, but that's what Kobe did.
Yeah, he definitely.
I love Kobe, but that's what he did, and that's why. There's always,
Kobe's a snitch in jail for sure.
That's why there's always like a nick on Kobe. Like I love him, but you fucking did that, man. Fuck you.
Well, he didn't. But he doesn't have no street code. He grew up in Europe. He grew up in middle class environment. He don't know those rules. Like just because you get caught doing something, you don't put everybody on blast who was doing foul shit behind the scenes, and not even a law abiding way, just in a man on some man shit. You know what I mean? So. I guess it just depends on how successful drug dealers we are.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I ain't snitching.
So yeah, man. That's interesting though. Yeah, that's always a murky premise, man. Because that's the thing. Like, especially if one gets caught. Because it's different when both of you guys get caught. You guys will keep your two stories the same so that they can't pin nothing on each other. So because they always try to get you to flip on one another. But yeah, if it's just one. I think, like I said, depending on what it was, then I fucked them shits up, then I gotta own that. I can't just put you in shambles so that I can get especially if it's just a reduced sentence, it's like, oh no, fuck it. I gotta be walking by scot-free. Passport to Europe or to Haiti. Where you can't I'm going somewhere. I gotta get off the radar. I gotta I gotta know that okay, fine. I do get to start over. I just couldn't go back into the States again, but I can make shit prosper somewhere else. I'll be fine.
Besides keeping my dignity, right? The one thing that will bother me is I have a bad conscience. Like, so when I get out and I walk scot-free and then you are in jail.
Living lavish.
And something's going on with you, or some niggas is raping you and shit. Like I would feel terrible because you were free at one point.
Right.
The only reason you're not free is because I decided to open my mouth.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta you gotta own up to your responsibilities. So yeah,
Because if you snitch on somebody like that, who they didn't even have any clue, you might as well have just snitched on them without even like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because there was no trail on him. Now you put the police on him.
you definitely put a spotlight on him.
Yeah, so that's that.
Let's get into some basketball because y'all know that's our favorite sport.
Yeah.
How the niggas dribble up and down the court. So LeBron, he passed Wilt. He dropped 50 the other night.
On the fucking Heat.
Yes,
They
on the
beat the Heat.
They beat on that Heat.
Extinguish that fire. Fuck them niggas, man.
You liking the way the Lakers been playing the last few games?
Yeah, they playing good, man. And LeBron's actually like, because what I've noticed in the beginning of the season, he turned into the like, I want to pass. He's trying to be like a different player.
I think he was just feeling them out. He was just trying to see what they can do, what they can't do.
With this team, man, if you want to win games, you got to take over, Bron.
But yeah, the thing is though, can he do that for the whole season and then the playoffs? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why he's trying to get them to raise their level of play to a way where he can not have to overexert himself to win games. Because I mean, he hasn't been defeated. He hasn't taken an L from Father Time yet. But there's only so much you can play balls out. You know what I'm saying? For 8 to 9 months out. Yeah, balls out. With the nuts out and everything.
Scrotum?
Scrotums. Dropping 30 and 10 and 7 and then trying to keep that up every night. That's going to exhaust him. He's playing less minutes than he did in Cleveland. Like Luke got him to down only 35 minutes, and I think he's playing more efficient, which is good. But if you can get that even lower to 34, 33, I think that just does him, like, it makes all of a difference, man. But at the same time, you're not telling him to not go hard or not go for play by minutes because he conditions himself to play that amount of minutes. Like Mike D'Antoni, I listened to him on a podcast and they were asking him about like, hey man, maybe you should lighten the load on James Harden and Chris Paul a bit so that they can be fresher come playoff time. And he said, look, yeah, ideally I would like to get those guys some rest, but James Harden trains in the offseason to play 35 to 40 minutes a game. If I start playing him 30 to 28, that's not what he conditioned himself to play for. You know what I mean? Like, and so you might be thinking that you're doing a good thing reducing them, but sometimes it makes them worse because then in the fourth quarters and the overtimes and the super intense games where it's a lot of possessions or even if it's just a brutal defensive game, he needs those legs. And if you don't, if you're not playing the same amount of time, you're not going to have them legs. So it is a tough call to make. Yeah. So the Washington Wizards, man, they looking like they about to really blow that fucking team up. Them niggas is done with each other.
Blow it up. Dynamite.
So what I was saying before, we were talking about, so who do the Wizards trade, right? Now, I feel like John Wall, since he has, it's weird. Otto Porter has a contract that pays him like an all-star, and he's not. He's a really good role player. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't have given him that contract. I would have maybe let him go to Brooklyn, let them overpay and keep that problem, because then they could have hopefully replace and get another 3-and-D guy, you know what I mean? And you just figure it out from there, but at least you still have money to spend. But Wall is getting paid like a superstar, and even though he has close to superstar talent, he's more like an all-star. Mm-hmm. And his contract is just brutal going into the rest of his prime. So I say that potential teams to trade for a point guard that need one is only like Phoenix, Orlando, but I think Miami would be the best fit because since he has issues with this whole conditioning thing, they say how he put on weight and he don't prepare like he should. When you play for the Heat, they get your ass in shape.
Yeah.
They don't play around with that fitness. And so if you want to get the best out of John Wall for another 3-4 years while he's still explosive, he still has really good size. I mean, he's 6'4" and he's long. So even as it gets older, he can always slide into the 2 spot or whatever. But him playing in the Heat gives them a legitimate all-star. So it's like they don't have a bunch of role players or just guys nobody knows. They have a legitimate star, and they can maybe try to build something around him. I don't know if that gets you to a title, but it does make them relevant again.
You can't even see his abs anymore.
Yeah. I can't even defend that.
Yeah.
That's him as in his first couple years in the league.
Yeah, in the first picture.
Yeah. He been partying. Let me see that.
Here we go. Here, there you go.
Oh yeah, that nigga flabby. That nigga's like he got a Nick body. that skinny doughy shit. What else is going on in the league? My Knicks are losing as we're supposed to. You guys got to understand. I don't all the way enjoy this, but we need to lose for the betterment of our long-term success. Because winning 30-something games, just for the sake of winning 30-something games and getting a number 9, 10 pick is stupid compared to getting a possible top 3, top 4 pick where there are some hopeful studs. And if you land on one of these guys, that changes the whole outlook of the franchise. Because if you get a big difference maker in the lottery, then it's like a team, players who are going to free agency look at you and it's like, oh, they got this guy who can do this, who has the potential to do this. And they got a guy who's been a star, who's an all-star coming off the injury, some core rotation players. Maybe I can entertain going here. But when you get just like another middle-of-the-road lottery pick, and now sometimes these guys work out. Like there's always a Giannis, a Kawhi Leonard, at number 15 or whatever. But a lot of these guys are not stars at the middle to the end of the lottery. So when you get something at the top of the lottery, you got to think about like a Jason Tatum type of guy, impact, Ben Simmons, you know what I'm saying? First year, just produces, you know what I mean? Donovan Mitchell was more at the end. Jaylen Brown, year 2, year 3. Well, I gotta give they're winning this year, but they're not like he didn't drastically change them overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like a 1 year to 2 year difference guy.
All the guys that you named are on decent teams though.
But Ben Simmons, his first year though, the Philly got to the playoffs. His first year playing.
Yeah, they had Joel Embiid, no?
Yeah, but he didn't play. He only played like 60 games. They carry
a lot of games.
But he carried them the games where he's out. He still missed 20 games. You lose 20 games, or at least 10 of those games, that changes whether you make the playoffs or not. Your seeding, everything. Like his impact, you know what I'm saying, running the point guard the whole season, he was a big difference maker. You think about Derrick Rose, his rookie year. You know what I mean? He drastically changes that Bulls. So I think at the top of the draft, they got these kids from Duke. We get a Zion, a RJ Barrett, even a Cam Reddish, or one of those guys. That shit can make a world of difference. So Knicks lose. Don't win these games that you're not supposed to. My only issue with the Knicks right now is that they're not letting Frank Ntilikina play more minutes at the point guard. It's like he's playing him better than how Jeff Hornacek used him, but they're still not letting him really run the team. And it's like, you can't let this guy can't get better at point guard if he's not getting the reps at point guard. Like if he needs to get 30 minutes a game, the ball's in his hands. What are you doing with it? You know what I mean? And they're still playing like guys 15 minutes, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes here, and so we're losing, but we're not losing the way I want us to lose. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Like the way Lonzo. Well, who played like the way you're supposed to lose in their first year, and you just let them go. Like Karl Anthony Towns, first year. You know what I'm saying? He was rookie of the year. Off the rip, it's like, yo, this is your team. And he put up like 13 and 8 or 16, whatever. He was, he played really good his rookie year. And then the next year he made that jump in his stats and everything. But like, you just got to let him, just give him the ball, the keys to the franchise. And they didn't, definitely not giving Frank the keys. He's more on a short rope or like a decent rope. Yeah. And that changes everything for a player, man. Donovan Mitchell, he's a guy. Okay, so they lost Hayward. They felt like, damn, we don't have an all-star. This is going to be like probably a year where we might lose and not make the playoffs. And I think somebody got hurt in the starting lineup, one of their guards. I think it was Burke or whatever. Then they just let Mitchell get the rock, and then they just was like, fuck it, let him go. And then it was just like, he was producing. So it's just, Knicks got to lose. That's it. We're playing against Portland, so Damian Lillard and CJ should definitely put it on us tonight at the Garden. I'm reveling in it. Okay. All right.
And about Kemba.
Let's about Kemba, man. Kemba dropped 60 in a losing effort to the 76ers.
And then 43 the next game.
And he beat the Celtics, which is very impressive. I mean, he got a 43 over a championship contending Boston Celtics squad that's for the most part healthy. They have over all-star Kyrie Irving, who he gets compared to a lot. A lot of people see him as like a shorter Kyrie Irving, and they feel like they're the same kind of guy. He's going to be a free agent this year. So a lot of people are saying, should they trade him while his stock is high? MJ said he's determined to keep him. But do you pay him the max?
The headline that I read was, he's hell-bent.
He's hell-bent
on keeping him.
All right, so Tony, let's make you... We're gonna put you in scenarios, right? Let's make you a basketball analyst thinking about what's best for Kemba. Should Kemba leave the Hornets at the end of the year and explore his free agency and try to get a max deal with a team? And if you were Kemba, where do you think you go to most of the teams that we would see having cap space? Or would you trust and just stay loyal to the Hornets and hopefully that they can build a contender? Besides the potential possibility of you getting traded before the deadline, that you can't make that call. But so yeah, you're Kemba. you're somebody thinking for Kemba. What would, like you're Kemba's agent, right? What would you push for Kemba to do?
I'm looking at free agency.
So
I want to get.
what team would you look at possibly going to? Would you go to like a Phoenix, Orlando, or Brooklyn?
I want to get the best team with the best chance at winning.
Okay.
Because, like, what year is he in his career?
This is draft pick in 2011, so 7th or 8th year.
Okay, so yeah,
He's 28 years old, going on 29.
Yeah, you start going into the 30s and stuff like that, and then your whole career, like you just been an okay player. You ain't got no rings. I mean,
Well, he's been a good player his whole career.
Yeah, that's right. You're not a great. I'm saying you've been a good
all-star.
player.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, but you're not all. Last year was his first all-star team.
He's made 2.
Okay, so you made the all-star team twice.
Yeah.
Has he been to the Olympics?
He didn't make on any of the Olympic squads. He wasn't
so
selected.
he has no medals.
No medals.
Right?
All right.
He has no hardware.
Yeah, no hardware.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying. I'm trying to get a ring somewhere, or I'm trying to contend at least.
Okay, so teams.
And I feel like the Hornets can't do that.
Right. So you leave the Hornets.
Yes.
You leave them. Okay. So there's the Phoenix Suns who have a really bright future with Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. You know, they got some wings and some players. They're still really young. They don't know how to win yet. Kemba has a couple of playoff appearances. He's made it like twice, I think. So he's gotten there twice. They lost in the first round. Would you try to go with a team that's young so that maybe as you age, they can carry the load and hopefully they're in the place where they can like step up and you guys can, hopefully playoff teams are contending? Mm-hmm. Would you maybe try to go to the Lakers? Say if the Lakers swing out on Kawhi or whoever else they're chasing, so you pair him up with LeBron. He's a point guard for sure who can hit clutch shots. Kemba has that clutch gene in him. He's not afraid for the final moment. He's a productive offensive player for sure. And he's never been surrounded by that much talent. So you're not, he can maybe do more when he doesn't have that much of a burden on his shoulders. Mm-hmm. Would you go to a Brooklyn? That's a team that's kind of on the rise. They have some good, solid supporting cast, and they have 2 max slots. So maybe they might try to get you to pair up with somebody else, and then you guys just try to build with that team. Like, what would you kind of want to do? Like,
so those are the 3 teams?
There's also Orlando. Orlando they're playing actually pretty good this year. They're like 500 team. They got a lot of like long guys, defensive guys, so that can back up your shortcomings as a point guard because Kemba is a very small guy. So he's not a great defender, but Orlando has all the defensive support and they got good scorers at the wing and in the big man position. So they need a point guard, and then you never know what they could start looking like if they had an all-star point guard on them. So like, what would you do?
Who's in San Antonio?
Well, the DeJounte Murray, who was on the all-defensive first team towards ACL. They have a rookie, Lonnie Walker. He's injured.
Oh, yeah, my boy from UM.
Brandon Forbes, who's a guard. Derek White, who's been playing. He just got back from injury. So they but they don't have any cap space. Well, I think LaMarcus is a free agent, I think, but they're not really that flexible. Mm-hmm. So
you said Lakers, Orlando,
Phoenix, Brooklyn. Who else could throw some money? Then a lot of other teams could throw money, like Sacramento could throw money, but they have De'Aaron Fox. Yeah. Memphis has Mike Conley. So like, it would be teams that need a point guard, but with the money.
I would say out of those 4 teams,
yeah, I think that's
If I'm gonna pick an East team,
Philly might be able to get them too. Philly would have to like overspend though.
Yeah, and
you'd have to like release, like you'd have to let go of JJ and a couple other guys.
And I feel like you would have to take Ben out of his game
because the ball's so it might not be a fit. Yeah.
But I would
Knicks.
Yeah, and then he'd be able to go back home.
Yeah, if he wants to go home.
But then again, it's like, who's coming?
Right. What I mean? So what would you do?
I'm trying to think of like what you already got. So I would say if it was the East team, I would think either Brooklyn or Orlando.
Okay.
Right? So Brooklyn, they have a good team, decent team.
Yeah.
And then if they can get like a free agent,
right, besides Kemba to come,
you know what I mean. So that would help.
Like if Kawhi and Kemba comes, Brooklyn's a contender.
They can definitely contend with like a Celtics team. You know what I mean? They can definitely do something. Orlando's good too, but I think Brooklyn would be better.
Yeah, I think because Brooklyn can stay flexible. Yeah, because they have them 2 slots.
Because even if you were to add Kemba and Kawhi in Orlando, I just still feel like Kemba and Kawhi in Brooklyn would be better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is all hypothetical, of course. Like, we don't know where Kawhi is going. He's not going to the Clippers.
Okay, so even though Michael Jordan wants to keep him, you think they're gonna let him play through the season, try to make the playoffs, or you think they trade him before the deadline? And when they realize that we just can't keep him,
I think they're gonna keep him.
Even though Kemba says he wants to stay loyal to make things work in Charlotte, but we've seen only really DeMar DeRozan, you know, had an upcoming free agency and then decided to stay loyal to his team, and then they traded him.
I think they're gonna keep him because what Jordan says goes.
That's true. He does.
It's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
If it was a West team, you gave me Phoenix and the Lakers. I know I'm biased.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I just feel like there's more talent in LA.
To surround Kemba with.
Yeah.
And okay.
Because you got DeAndre, you got Booker.
Right. So if the Lakers
after that, like, then what else?
So if the Lakers can't get Kawhi or Kevin Durant, and it looks like Jimmy's gonna stay in Philly, so I'll take out Jimmy out of the equation.
Let's just say they
you sign Kemba and just settle.
Let's just
or would
say
you keep? Or you sign for a year?
Yeah, let's just say you just have whoever you have now, right?
Right.
And just add Kemba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a decent team. You got Kemba, right? As your point.
Right.
You got I guess you would put they love KCP. They love that nigga. I don't
You
know.
come off the bench.
Who's the starter? Who's the starter?
Haven't they been starting Josh? Or it's Ingram, LeBron, Kuzma, and McGee. So Ingram is the two.
Yeah, Ingram would be your two. LeBron,
Lonzo. Yeah.
Kuz, and then
Yeah.
and then either JaVale or Tyson. So that's decent right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, you give them
A chance to win the title.
Another free agent, then like, oh, now you're like on another level. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if they have two max spots. I think they have one, but then they could take on the salary if they traded.
Katavius.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's
so
done after this season, so
Right.
that'll free up some space.
him and Rondo. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I just like that Kemba's getting some shine, though, because he's been a baller since UConn days. And, you know, Charlotte just isn't the biggest market. And so he kind of like goes
Definitely
a little
underrated.
unnoticed. Definitely underrated, though. Shout outs to Kemba. All right, so let's move off of ball. So I was telling Tony how yesterday I was on Twitter fucking around. And I seen this video of this Tiana Trump, the ex-porn star. Double T. She is definitely one of the best head givers I've ever seen, right? And it got me thinking about the Mount Rushmore of porn stars or women that we've seen on camera give head that we know about, like that are public figures.
If you had to do an opposite of Mount Rushmore, Black China is probably number one.
Like on the worst head givers.
Yes. She is number one. I don't know the rest.
Who would fill out the worst as famous head givers that we saw?
She's the only one that like really strikes to me. That's the only one I can think
Paris
of.
Hilton, was her head trash in the video?
Dog, her thing was in night vision. I'm not. Oh, Kim Kardashian was bad.
She did swallow the dick though when he came though.
So the fuck what? You better swallow. Your head was trash. You lucky I even came.
You thought she was bad?
Yeah.
I didn't think she was that trash. Paul, what do you think?
It was bad.
It was trash
bad.
to you? I thought it was all right.
She didn't open her mouth enough. It was bad.
Yeah. Well, compared to Tiana, what we saw with Tiana do.
Yeah. And Tiana, like when you see somebody like Tiana and then you see Kim Kardashian, you're like, oh, that's trash.
Yeah. She doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Her work ethic.
Because her head was bobbing, going.
Tiana
You know
uses
what I mean?
spit like all that shit, and she uses hands. She double circle jerks, all that shit. She has the move. She spits. She looks at you. She tickles. Like she does a lot of tricks up her sleeve. Like her, you can tell she is polished and in her prime.
She's a veteran.
She's a veteran at head giving. You know what I mean? She just doesn't do one thing and stick and do that for like 5 minutes. She switches it up. You know what I mean? It's just like when a player in the NBA like Westbrook, you know, you play at one speed, but then you get better when you learn how to change speeds.
Yeah.
She learns how to change speeds when it comes to giving head.
So yeah, she's definitely number one.
I don't want to say number one because we don't know what it feels. So, but I would just put her in the Rushmore.
It
because
sounds like
it
feels
sounds
good, so
amazing.
I'm putting her up in there.
So in my Mount Rushmore, I had Tiana Trump, I had Corinne Steffens, formerly known as Superhead.
Okay.
Even though she is moved on to becoming an author and writing books, I would imagine that as she's gotten older, she's probably added a thing or two to her game.
Yeah.
And so she's a seasoned veteran. Who gives us head in the privacy of her own home. But what she did in those 2 or 3 tapes with Mr. Marcus is still a legend because those girls, you have to probably say she probably inspired Tiana Trump.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I would put Keiki in there.
Oh, the girl with the long tongue.
Keiki has a tongue, and that's one of her physical traits, an advantage that she has over Tiana and Corinne Steffens. When we compare in NBA comparison, say Giannis with a wingspan, she's got the wingspan of tongue for the dick.
Yeah. She can suck the head and lick your balls at the same time.
It does a wraparound.
Yeah.
So it's vicious. I got it, and she has lots of samples of body of work.
Yeah.
And our last on the Mount Rushmore for me and this is someone. This was somebody who like never really got the shine she deserved. She was pretty, but she just didn't like take off the way other people did. And now she's giving her life to the Lord. She did a full 180 conversion. That's Jasmine Cashmere. But Jasmine Cashmere,
she's religious.
she
now.
she went all the way to God and shit.
Dog, imagine.
But Jasmine Cashmere in her day,
imagine how much sex and dick you had to suck to say, you know what, I need Jesus.
and whatever else went on.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ.
But she used to be, she was cold, like, and she would be anywhere giving head and just getting nasty with it for like 10 straight minutes. Like it was, she was definitely.
She was pretty.
So
wild.
she was in my Rushmore. Tony, you have a Rushmore?
Keki's in there.
Okay.
Definitely Keki's in there.
Okay. Personally, or just because you give her you have to put her in there?
It can't be personal. She ain't give me head.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, and personally, in your viewings, in your time watching porn,
from what I've seen. You know what I mean, Keiki, Tiana, I don't know, man. Honorable mention, or she might be in there. Jill Scott. She might be.
And she didn't even suck a real dick on camera. She sucked an invisible dick.
Yeah,
she sucked the microphone, and that shit looked like damn. Like,
and she was into it because her eyes were closed. She was like into it.
Yeah.
So I know. Like,
so she'd be in your Rushmore just off the workout. That was a workout. She did a pre-draft workout.
But you know why?
What's up?
From my experience, big girls always give better head. Why? I don't know. They think it's a hot dog. They hungry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know why they do it better. And Jill Scott kind of chubby.
Right.
So she might have like that big girl ambition.
She curvy for sure.
Yeah. So
okay, Jill Scott. And who would be your last one?
My last one would it would be Ashley Gomez, sophomore year. No, I'm joking.
Is that a real person?
No, I just made it up.
Sophomore, shout out to Ashley by the locker room.
Oh man.
I don't mention Kelly Divine. She's up there. She
oh yeah, she don't choke at all.
Right.
She let that shit hit the back of her throat.
Yeah, she gagged. She's definitely up there in the gag. Her gag reflex is her advantage.
Yeah.
Over the other ones, I would say.
Damn.
Kiara Mio is pretty good head giver. I wouldn't say Mount Rushmore, but she's good.
It might be Kelly.
Kelly, she'd fill out that Rushmore.
Yeah.
How's Lisa Ann's head? Lisa Ann's head was cool.
Yeah, but she an old head. You know what I mean? She got the classy head. It's not messy enough.
When they hold the finger, it's very slow. Like, ew. The fingers are straight pointed. I'm stupid. All right.
You know. Listen. I gotta put Kelly Devon.
Kelly, okay. Shout out to Kelly Devon.
I done seen.
And she's still giving head now, even though she's like not what she used to look like.
Yeah. She's.
But I'd still take it.
She's a BBW now.
Yeah. She is a.
Or a BMW.
B-dub.
She's huge.
Yeah.
But you know the head is good. I seen this on Twitter. You know the head is good when a nigga do this.
Yeah, she's definitely done that. Let me ask you something, right? Do girls who you know, like just whether they gave it to you or not, do their skills as a head giver have any effect on what they can get out of their counterparts, like a boyfriend or whatever? Like, some people think the theory is true, like, oh, girl, if you fuck a nigga a certain way, what's up?
Go ahead.
Technical difficulties. If you fuck a nigga a certain way, suck his dick, he'll take care of you, bills and pay for your shit or whatever like that. But is that theory true?
If you a lame nigga, yeah. If I ain't never experienced good head or good pussy before, like, it'll make me do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's why, like, I made it imperative in my life that pussy's not going to control what I do.
Right.
It cannot.
Right.
It can't.
No matter how amazing,
no matter how good it is, like, you can't.
So all right, how about girls that you know who mess with dudes or whatever like that, who like you just heard that damn nigga, this shit is bomb. Does it make a difference? Even if your sex bomb, it doesn't like change in terms of what a guy's gonna do for you? Or like you said, it just depends on I think the experience that you've dealt with.
Yeah, because think about it. Say if I'm a nigga like The Game or some shit, or Chris Brown.
Right.
You know what I mean, I'm fucking a million bitches a day.
Okay.
You think because you give good head, like it's gonna make me like buy you a car?
What about Mount Rushmore head though?
Huh?
Mount Rushmore head.
Oh, okay, but you think about it. Chris Brown, he probably has like 400 different Mount Rushmores.
But okay.
the thing is, like, you see how the way he acts with Karuchi,
Right.
right? It's probably other things that she does for him that makes him crazy like that. You know what I mean? Because he was wild.
Yeah.
And people automatically say like, "Oh, she probably had something in that pussy that made."
You don't think it was that?
Nah, I think it was something else. Dog.
Something the way she held him down in a way.
Because for a nigga who fucks so many girls like that, like there's no such thing as like one magical pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There hasn't been. It's not proven. So
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Plenty of more.
All right. Shout outs to the Rushmore of head givers. We just wanted to honor you guys. You know, if nobody else has.
And listen, fellas, women too. If y'all are having difficult times with giving head, what's Tiana Trump's Twitter?
Okay.
You know, we're gonna send you guys some lessons.
Some lessons, ladies. Yes,
Learn
ladies.
from this. You
And
don't have to tell your man that you're looking at this. Okay, just do it when you get a chance.
And the best thing about Tiana Trump is that she's really easy to find, and her first video of a BJ is like right there when you get on her Twitter page.
Yeah. Is this the camera right here? Is this what get us? Yeah. Right there. You got it? All right.
Okay.
At Tiana Trump on Twitter. You want the best.
She has 3 good
head
sample
lessons?
sizes, ladies. And if you guys are motivated to give your man better head and you want to know how, we just helped you out, so you could thank us.
Her pinned tweet.
Her pinned tweet. Right.
Her first tweet. She's going in.
She's going ham.
That's a good one. So y'all go ahead and check that out.
We're probably giving her too much praise, and she. All right, this is. Okay, so what else we got before we wrap up?
Oh, how much time we got, Paul?
Like 15.
All right,
Okay, good.
time.
I have to address this because the movie came out. The movie came out yesterday, right?
Creed's coming out tomorrow.
It comes out
before
tomorrow.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Creed
So Creed
comes out
2,
tomorrow.
Michael B. Jordan.
Great
Shout out to
actor.
Steve Caple, the director, and Tessa Thompson in it. Sylvester Stallone, obviously.
Joel wrote on it, right?
Yeah. Joel Taylor. Shout out to the homie Joel Taylor, man. This is his first. It's okay. Yeah, it's his first scripted film. That's the homie. So you're gonna see his name on it that he wrote that, and he's a talented brother. So shout outs to Joel, the homie.
Yeah. I have to address this. Like Michael B, great actor, great person. You know what I mean? But since he's been training
as a boxer for the past couple years,
not that long. Okay.
The first Creed is like 2015, like 3-4 years.
But he hasn't been training for the same thing since. You know, he did Black Panther, he done other shit. So, anyways, since he's been training, I think he let the training go to his head, and he said that he believes he would beat Roy Jones in a fight, in a boxing match.
Okay,
not a fight, a boxing match.
How old is Roy Jones Jr. now?
I think he's
39.
No, there's no way he's 39.
49.
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, he's probably close to 50.
Yeah. Do you remember Bernard Hopkins boxing at 49? He was still knocking people out. He got his ass.
Not that last.
He got his ass knocked out.
That last fight was.
But
horrible.
he was still knocking people out.
He was still an elite level. He, on terms of compared to the rest of the world, and where he was, even if he was at the end of his career, he's still a better boxer than most of those guys that was out there.
And he was boxing professionally.
Professionally boxing, yes.
Michael B is not a professional boxer.
No, he's not.
He is an actor.
He's been trained by pros, but he is not a professional boxer, not registered or anything like that. He's just worked on for a couple years at boxing with pros, and he apparently feels that he has a chance to take on one of the greatest. What was middleweight?
Middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, heavyweight at one point.
He had a heavyweight title?
Yes, he's a heavyweight at one point.
Probably one of the most versatile boxers of all time, who won in several weight classes, and is not that, he's about maybe 5 or 7 years removed from retirement, right? So he still keeps himself in great shape. So he's
total fight 75, 66 wins, 50 knockouts.
How many losses?
9.
He only 75 out of 85 fights, pretty much. He won that against the best of the best, and he, like I said, multiple titles. He's not that far removed from retiring. He still keeps himself in great shape, and Michael, I'm sorry, bro. Like I'm rooting for you. You know, I loved you in Black Panther. I've been following you since when I found out that was you and Hardball who had to go because you was too old for the team, and they kicked you off because of the age limit. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. When he said that, I got really upset because I'm a big boxing.
Yeah, Tony's
fan.
a big boxing head, and he found it disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful.
So
I went on my own Instagram and I was like, do y'all think? I was like, fuck Roy Jones. Do y'all think this nigga could beat me in a fight? And my friends let me down. They believe Michael B could whoop my ass.
How much is Mike? How tall is Michael B? And what's his weight class?
He's my height. He's
So
6 foot.
about
6 foot.
6?
But he probably weighs more than me now. Like, cause
He's gotten a lot bigger.
He had to gain that weight. Like I gained weight. I'm 175 now, but he probably like a clean 200.
Okay. You think you could take him with him having a 25-pound advantage?
If we are in, he's gonna get tired. But if we're in the ring,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Straight up fight, he could probably grab me. You know what I mean? Overpower me maybe.
Right.
But if I'm gonna stick and move, I don't think he could whoop my ass.
All right. So Michael B, we wish you the best, brother. And actually, I would love to see an exhibition fight. Maybe y'all just do it for charity.
I do not want to see it because I don't want to see him get fucked up.
Well, exhibition fight. They're gonna do it for charity. You know, winner it pays to. It's a good cause. Celebrity. It could be a celebrity fight. They used to do that back in the day. Remember when Shaq fought De La Hoya? Yo, Shaq cannot throw one fucking punch.
He can't.
He's strong. If Shaq ever catches you, it would be a wrap.
Oh, and another thing, I saw him and Shaq punch the you know that.
Oh, I did see that the other day at
and
the
his
TNT.
shit,
It was a
I
power
think-
punch.
Yeah, his shit was like in the 500s.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But if you know Ant, right? Ant that we went to the strip club with.
Okay. Yeah.
Me and Ant get into like the 600-700s.
Really?
Yeah, on that thing. So
On that power thing, like
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he been training, but maybe that punch weak.
I mean, they only had one time to do it on 2 times to do it on live TV, so you know it's just
Yeah,
like
maybe he's got, but that one wasn't that high.
yeah, 500. It was, well, yeah, compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
The Drago kid, he like 680. I think he had the best. He had the biggest, highest one.
Yeah, like the record at the Tootsies that we go to, right?
Yeah.
The record is like 8 something.
Shit.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I probably get like a 300 or 400 on that.
I
shit.
seen a nigga kick it before. He like jumped and did a roundhouse. Boom.
On some Michael J. White shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. All right. What else we got? Well, shout out to Creed. I'm gonna definitely go see Creed 2. I'm looking forward to seeing the son of Drago versus the son of Apollo.
Okay. I guess last subject, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
First dates, right?
Okay.
You in a relationship now, you know.
I can still talk about this shit.
Yeah, of course. But if you're gonna go on a first date, right? Where would you take her? Right? First date, getting to know her.
Me personally, what I used to do?
Yeah.
I used to always do something like creative. Like I wasn't like movies are boring. I think movies are more like geared when you're in a relationship or after you've been seeing each other for a couple times. Or in dinner, sometimes it's just, you can talk and eat, but you want to do something different. So that my thing was something she'll remember. So like I'll take it to like an erotic poetry. That's something cool, something fly, something sexy. Girls really get off on poetry. Maybe to like some little music event, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely where you see like some artists. Or sometimes you can go to maybe a museum. Museum's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
New York just has so many options, so I could do a bunch of different shit. Like I could take her to, like I think out here too. LA would be cool too because LA has a whole bunch of stuff that they offer. So like I go maybe mini golfing. That's a fun first date. You know what I mean? It's not pressure. You're doing something. Maybe you go to a range. Maybe you take her to they have these little like escape room stuff like that. Not an escape room, but like something like, just where you like an activity.
Because I was talking, the reason why I asked is because I was listening to like a conversation like my friends were having, and homegirl said that if you were to take her to like somewhere like Chili's to eat or somewhere like that to eat, she's gonna ban you after the first date. She's
what?
She's gonna ban you after the first date.
Because of Chili's?
Yeah, and then my thing was,
it depends on the girl.
It's because she's like, oh, Chili's is a cheap date.
Bitch.
That was her reason. It was cheap.
Thoughts you can get at Applebee's.
So think about it. She said it's a cheap date, right? So
Right.
everything that you talking about probably don't cost that much money.
Yeah.
So it's a cheap date. She'd probably ban you. So my thing is like these girls expect you to take them like skydiving and shit.
Yeah.
All
I
this, I'm
spent
like-
hundreds of dollars and
And then I'm like, bitch, you gonna do all that and you're not gonna give me no ass, and I'm probably never gonna see you again.
yeah. I mean,
I'm not gonna take that risk of spending that money.
people's expectations and criterias, they all differ. Like a woman could say that, oh, like, why do I have to fuck you to justify you spending a certain amount of money on me? A guy's thing is, well, I don't know you. Why should I spend so much money on you? Some guys is like, well, maybe I want to go all out because I want to show that I really want want to impress you. Some guys are like, no, I want to spend the minimum and think of something fun to do because I'd rather us do this than opposed to you thinking about how much money did I spend.
Yeah.
And if you had a good time, what difference did it make?
Exactly.
So, everybody has their criteria. Like me personally, I think every other nigga tries to probably take you to a dinner or do dinner and movie or whatever. So my thing is, let's do something against that and something that's more fun, something has more entertainment value. Besides you talking to me and knowing what I know how I can charm and be personable and have a good and carry conversation, but then we're also doing this, and I feel like that always goes in my favor as opposed to maybe just sitting down at dinner and talking and asking questions and back and forth. That to me is just boring. So I'm always gonna choose to try and do something different.
Well, I like to talk, so like it's really not that boring to me.
I'm just saying for me, like I just don't want to get into the where'd you grow up. For me, mentally, it's just like.
I feel like the first date I gotta get that out the way though. Like I gotta know like certain shit. You know what I mean? So then that way, I could probably set up the next date. So if you told me you went to, let's just say you went to Lower Marion High School or some shit. You know what I mean? And then come to find out like you went to Lower Marion, so you grew up knowing that Kobe went there or some shit. So then I take you to like a Laker game so you can go see Kobe. You know what I mean? So I can set it up. You know what I mean? So then that way I have all the information to make the next date good. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Or to make the date like memorable to her because I gave her something that she was already interested in. You get what I'm saying? Because then when I do one of those other things, like if I take it to poetry, she may not even like poetry. I know people that don't like poetry. And then
that's true too.
If I take it to a museum, she might not like the museum. You know?
At the end of the day, you got to bet on yourself being the reason why you would get a date too, regardless of what you did. Because you might take somebody to a place that maybe goes against what they might be into, but when they like you, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, see, that's my thing. She already liked me, right? So I'm gonna take her here and get to know her more, and then the first date's gonna go good because I'm funny and people like me. So the next date's gonna be even better, and then she's gonna fall in love with me after the second date. Or what if the second date you find out more shit about her that like turns you off?
I cut her off, and I'm good.
Okay.
I didn't have to expend.
Do you care about getting ass on the first couple of dates, or are you okay with that?
I'm good.
Okay. So, ladies, Tony's incentive, if he takes you out on date one, he doesn't expect pussy. So, it won't make a difference.
Yeah.
Whether he's spending $50 to $100 to $150.
I'd never spend $150.
What's the most you ever spent on a date?
The most?
Yeah. On a first date. Sorry, on a first date. On a first date.
The most. $45, $50.
That's the most you ever dropped on a first date?
On the first date, yes.
Okay, I've killed that. But that's just because we ended up just doing so much shit. It was like we went out for drinks, then we went to a strip club, then we went to a hookah bar, and it was just like whatever. It was a fun night though, so I ain't gonna trip on that.
Did you smash?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't have kept moving around if I didn't feel like the smash was gonna be in my favor.
I done spent
shout out to Ashley Gomez sophomore year.
I done spent 50 and didn't smash, and then I spent like 15 and hit. You know what I'm saying? So like,
basically, guys are just trying to spend the least amount of money with a hopeful guarantee that ass.
Nigga, I gotta protect myself. You know what I mean? Because think about it. All right.
Lady, you just gotta understand. It's not that we're saying if I buy you dinner, you have to give it to me. It's just like, damn, I would hate to spend this much money and take an L on my bank account and not get any. Because then I just really feel like I took a loss on all fronts.
Yeah.
I can withstand some financial suffer if I get that ass.
Yeah. And also, if you get the ass, it kind of means like she'll be back. You know what I mean? If you don't even get a kiss, then you're not even sure she gonna fuck with you the next time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's just the pitfalls of dating. Is we're taking a risk, we're taking a chance.
That's why I'm straight, man.
On another individual, we're living our best lives. Okay.
You know what? I was thinking about it, right? Because I have homeboys that like, I got hoes, I got this. They always out with hoes. I'm like, nigga, you must be rich, because you got to spend money on them.
Some hoes are low maintenance though. Like you just hit up hoes after one.
These are Miami hoes, man.
Miami always expect to go out and spend money.
You got to
on
take them to the club. You got to buy them drinks. Girls drink free, but they be drinking a lot, so they get their 2 free drinks, and now you got to buy them more drinks.
Right,
you know, after the club, you got to
feed
go.
them.
You got to go to the chimney truck or whatever, and sometimes they want to go to the strip club. Go to the strip club. You got to buy them a drink there. You know what I mean? Oh, they want the lobster and steak special. You got to keep doing, and then these niggas be doing this shit 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Oh yeah, that's a budget.
I'm like, nigga,
that's all the money you made selling.
You got rich, nigga. You got hoes, nigga. You must be rich, or you're just broke right now.
I guarantee you, any strip club with a lobster and steak special tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Tony, what you got coming up? You want to plug anything?
What do I have coming up? Nothing really, man, because I haven't really been doing any auditions because I'm gonna be gone the whole month of December.
What you got in December?
I'm going to DC.
Okay, what's in DC?
You know, my brother. We're gonna go visit or whatever. We're gonna go visit DC.
Oh, just to hang out and spend some time.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout outs to Premi.
Yeah. Me, Preemie, Deb, Pam. We're all gonna go. After that, I'm gonna go home for the holidays. Stay there. Probably stay until like New Year's.
Okay.
And then be back in January.
Okay, so December you'll be out. You'll be out and about.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's why I really haven't been doing any auditions because everything is being shot in December and shit like that.
Yeah, but it should have slowed down, so you're not gonna be really missing.
Yeah. I mean, I got like two projects that wanted to book me, but they're shooting during December, so I'm like,
right.
I'm not gonna be able to make that.
Well, I'm gonna be at Flappers Comedy Club tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It won't make a difference because the show comes out Thursday. But I'll tell you guys about how the show went next week. Let's see. I think we got Cornbread is in UCB December 11th doing some improv. I should have some more stand-up spots coming up. Once I gotta check my calendar, but I know I'm doing Flappers. I might have something this weekend, but anyways. I mean, you know, thank you guys for listening. It's For the Culture podcast. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everything else, follow at Nick of Comedy, NICKOFCOMEDY. And Tony, go ahead, give me socials.
Yeah. You can follow us at For the Culture Live on Instagram, or you can follow me individually. But if you follow me individually, you got to follow For the Culture Live. Mine is TYSTERLIN. Ty Sterlin.
And make sure you subscribe, rate, download, and remember, we want to start, seeing what you guys want to talk about. So don't feel free to DM the For the Culture Live account with questions or subjects you guys want us to kind of get into. And